I had a dream that I was tweezing my eyebrows. And then a friend asked me to drive them somewhere. And as we were getting ready to go, there was this bug. And it was like a really big, wide bug that looked like a praying mantis. But then it would, as a defense mechanism, have needles come out that were like this long and everywhere. And you get pricked. And we're like, oh my God. And then my cats came in. And I was like, okay, it won't do that in front of the cats.
Are we in the car?
No, we're not in the car.
Okay.
We're in the house. No, we're not.
I also thought we were in the car.
Was asking, Olivia on our cast was asking me to drive her somewhere. I was about to get in my car. The bug is there. And the cats come in and the needles go away. I was like, oh, so it's scared of the cats. Okay, cool. But then it starts turning into a cat and growing in size and became a cat. And I was like, no. And then the cat started turning into a child and shouting gibberish at me. And then I start filming it because I'm trying to get it in trouble. And in the dream, I'm filming this now child that's yelling and like not like, I think it's because I'm like, my mind, I'm like, oh, it's a bug. It doesn't know English, so it can't speak at me. So, I was like, so I'm filming this little child going, like you can't speak English.
You're like holding up cards trying to speak to the
Isn't like the spike problem went away when it transformed into a cat?
Right, yeah, they went away. It just turned into a gray and white cat.
Now you just have a kid.
And now I have a kid, and I'm like filming it saying, you can't speak English. Like,
welcome to Sad Boys, a podcast about feelings and other things also. I'm Jarvis.
I'm Jordan.
And we're joined, we heard a true story recently about someone who was accosted by a bug that turned into a cat.
We're laughing through the pain, but it's
from being able to take their friend somewhere.
Yeah.
They were taking you somewhere?
I was going to take them somewhere. I also, that was my first time I ever woke myself up with a scream.
Courtney Miller, everybody.
No, wow.
So that was really hard.
That is really hard.
Waking up with the screams, how you know it's like a vision, not a dream.
Like it was real. And it was the first time where I think I went, bah!
Yeah.
Well, like a dog.
Have you ever? You're like, how do I speak to it?
I started turning into a dog.
You look like you were running after something.
Yeah. Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
What?
Have you ever had sleep paralysis where you like wake up and you can't move?
Once in a plane.
In a plane that is horrifying.
Flying it?
Oh my God, imagine.
I was flying the plane. I was supposed to fly my friend somewhere, but there was this bug. I had sleep paralysis once, and it was the only time I screamed for ice cream. It was the only time I screamed waking up, but I couldn't scream. So I was like lying down and I went, and I was scared because I was like, is this the only sound I can make?
You just became a Redditor?
And it wasn't a dream. It was like me waking up from a dream. So I was like, what's happening?
Me things.
Wow.
Gold for you, sir. The only time I ever woke up was... I remember I woke up like screaming like what the fuck, crying, just like weeping, crying, sweating, like out of my mind. I was super duper jet lagged. I don't know if that was playing into it. It was about a year ago.
You just flown a plane.
And I scared the shit out of Katie. Like just like she was like, she wakes up, now she's screaming and now she's crying. We're just screaming and crying. But I'm still so delirious. The only thing I remember about it and why it stuck with me is that Frodo fell into the fucking volcano with the ring. That was the dream. I was like, Frodo!
No! And you could have helped.
And I like woke up going, Frodo!
No, that was the one thing you weren't supposed to do.
Dude, the little one, other creepy one's supposed to fall in. Fuck. I remember being like really distressed, getting up and like going upstairs for a while and be like, I can't fucking believe he fell in.
Has Katie made public her
Is
sleep
Katie
talking?
made public?
She's definitely, she's a funny sleep talker. Her whole family is big into sleep talking, apparently. She's into a sleep chuckle. Which is
chuckle.
Well, I remember
very
one time she had like was using an app or something to track sleep, which I've also used.
That's right.
And then it's like halfway through the sleep, it's like, yeah, we should probably get that checked out.
Yeah, she talks like Joe Biden when she's asleep.
Right.
It's non sequitur. It's like, oh, you know that's what we used to call skateboard.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Speak on that, Joe.
Joe Byron.
Joe Byron.
Keep spitting, Joe.
Courtney, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's been a long, crazy week.
Yeah?
Filming lots of Smosh things.
You've been a busy bee.
I have been a busy bee.
Buzz.
Admit it.
Admit it. Okay,
Admit
fine.
it.
I'll stand on it. I've been busy.
Wow.
Busy bee.
This is
yep.
Busy me. Busy bee, busy
Busy
me.
bee. Busy me.
Busy
That's
us.
the hard-hitting journalism we get to here on this
Yes,
podcast.
you guys researched. You know I'm busy.
How are you holding up with all that busyness?
Can you say what it is?
Some of it I cannot.
Ooh, exciting!
What is it?
No, you can't.
Okay.
It's a really exciting project that we have done before, but yeah, I'm very excited.
They're going to the moon again.
Smosh goes to the moon
Again? Oh my god, the last time was my favorite.
Dude, we lost Ian.
Oh my god. Oh, if only. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Ian on the moon?
Yeah.
Did we lose him on the moon?
Like
Is that what happened
Arnold
last time?
in Magic School Bus.
Oh my god. Ian, we left him on the moon.
Oh no, he took
That's
his
my
helmet
nightmare.
off.
I wake up.
He's walking around, no suit. He's fine.
Yeah. Oh,
He
he'd
would
love
be.
that. He would love the moon.
He would
What
he'd be like,
What the hell?
you know, honestly, I'd give it 5 stars. 5 stars to the moon.
Yeah. No, I just filmed an episode of URL with Ian and Anthony together.
Ooh.
Which I want you on the show. I could have both of you on the show. I now
Ooh.
know that I can have 2 guests.
You had to practice. You were.
We only had 2 mics for a little bit.
That's real. That reminds me of back when we started the podcast as tech professionals, and like we had one mic that was a XLR mic and one that was a USB mic.
Let's go with a dual wielding.
And then they didn't have clocks synced up, so they would drift into each other if you were like.
When 2 cars have their signal on and they kind of eventually.
And so I had to painstakingly remove all of the mic bleed from each track in order to edit the. This is all audio.
It was an audio book, essentially.
Yeah, it was like the most painstaking editing I've ever had to do in my life, and I did it because I was like, I guess this is how podcasts are done.
And boy, I'm sure that shit is really good.
Oh no!
Should we listen back to it?
It was because we had the Focusrite 2i2 that has the 2 XLR ports. But then we had our first guest on Sad Boys in 2017 was in the first iteration of the show when we worked at Patreon. Simone Yatch came on like as a favor.
Yes,
I feel like
very much so. Yeah,
yeah. And then the second guest was Drew Scanlon, also known as Blinking White Guy.
The
Blinking White Guy meme.
I just saw him on Twitter recently.
Right,
talking
he goes viral. He like does a lot of cool stuff for charity.
The Fug.
And he's a really cool dude. We've kind of lost touch, but I always like his stuff. I always try to donate. But what a sweetie pie. But it is very funny that's just it's deep in the Sad Boys lore that, you know, he was like the second guest ever on our podcast.
Yeah,
How many mics you got now?
Now we have 3, and they all have their own cute little box on them with my show. Because if someone clips you and it goes viral, they need to see your show.
We need that.
I learned this from Too Hot Takes. Because when I went on her show, she has that, and she's like, well, people keep clipping me, and I need them to know where it's from.
You're thinking about using your 3D printer, aren't you?
To make mic flags?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Jacob is the maker of our group.
He's a
just
craftsman.
like comes and is like, I made this, and then it's the most beautiful.
So if you guys were like the Goonies, we've got our gadget guy.
Right.
What are you guys?
I'm like the kid who like goes, I don't know if this is such a good idea, guys.
Speak English. What do you mean?
Guys, I don't know. I'm afraid.
I'd probably be like John Wick.
Okay.
Jordan has this
the group.
The
like a
John Wick of the
samurai,
group.
probably.
You're like the cool older brother in the Goonies. Have you seen the Goonies?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
like
You
Indiana
haven't seen it?
Jones, probably. of the
Okay.
Goonies.
He has like an obsession with being Neo, Indiana Jones, Goku, Vegeta.
Okay, nerd. You wanted to be a nerd character.
These
Who
are
are you? The
your-
candy bar?
I'm the girl. You know, if I was trying to be real.
That is
The
such
older
a,
sister character that's in all of those. That's just like, guys, how'd you drag me out here?
What are you doing? Mom's gonna be so mad.
I always felt like I was such a rule follower as a kid. I was the guy who was like, everybody's like, we're gonna jump this fence, and I go, I don't know if that's such a good idea, guys.
Little brother.
Yeah.
You should see the Goonies.
I should see the Goonies. Well, we were just talking about we need to have a Sad Boys crew movie night because there's a bunch of movies that always come up that I mostly haven't seen.
Wow. Are you just like not a movie watcher guy?
I think that something's wrong with my brain. I need to have someone there with me to watch anything. It's like I think it's an ADHD thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I can only watch the only things I can watch alone are documentaries about horrible crimes.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
true.
And that's weird. I can watch like true crime alone, but a narrative show, I need to get into it.
You a true crime Andy?
Not really.
I'm not proud of it.
I just recently started listening / watching Rotten Mango because of the David stuff.
Yeah, we've talked about Rotten Mango.
And then I like dipped into the Diddy trial, but like I really can't. Like I think I tried to in the pandemic. I'm like, I guess this is time to get into listening to true crime podcasts, and I got too scared after 10 minutes and turned it off.
I think that makes you normal.
Yeah, I think that's
if I'm being
healthy.
honest. I do think that like Rotten Mango we've talked about this before, does a good job of like not sensationalizing
Agreed.
things.
Sometimes her marketing, I'm like, whoa. But when you get into it, I really like how she'll also bring interesting other nuances and also like drop a hard boundary of like what we're not going to do is stereotype of whatever. And like, I think that's really cool. And also like bringing in
or centering victims and stuff like that. Yeah.
Very that. Like, cause I just like to jump around and listen to what YouTubers are doing. And so Chris Collins has her true crime stuff now. And like she hardcore is just constantly about whoever the murderer is. She's like, they're a piece of shit. I hate them.
It is funny because it is.
Sorry if that's controversial.
It seems like you wouldn't have to remind people that a murderer is bad, but
but
then you have like the serial killers who like get married like 5 times in prison.
Yes. The only time I've ever had really any kind of like targeted group being actively pissed off at me was the Iggy Azalea fan base in 2020 maybe.
Whoa.
I guess nothing else going on.
A little bit.
They got mad not via me, but someone they were arguing with a Discord mod of mine. It was like 10 steps away, but as a result, one in particular was like super duper fervent and replied to everything I was in and was like DMing me with stuff. I'm like, what's up with this person? Like, I hope they're kind of doing all right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read these messages, but this is becoming to the degree now where I'm like, should I look at it so that I understand where this is coming from? And I opened it up and it was Iggy Azalea maybe took up 10% of their mental real estate and the rest was filled with standing serial killers.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know how that reflects on Iggy. But it was all just like Dharma would be like, and then it's him hanging out, with Ed Gein, like,
oh my
getting
goodness,
lunch at a French cafe or something.
Yeah, like infantilizing vibes, like there's a baby girl. I've related to stans coming after because I've had to play Taylor Swift a couple times in my sketch career.
And that's a no-no.
Wow, I didn't even consider that as a vector for
you're a false idol.
Yeah.
You do that?
Right. Like, because I when you do the makeup right and put the right wig on, I look a lot like her. And so Defy Media was like, we gotta jump on this. And like,
it's either this or we steal everybody's money.
Wait, put the makeup back on.
Yeah, it was weird. I think like a year later, they found some sketches where I'm saying some nasty things as Taylor Swift. And they were like, how dare you? And I was like, I just work here.
That is such a ridiculous aspect of being on camera personality, being an actor in any capacity.
Yeah.
I mean, nasty things related to Taylor Swift, or you are just like they're like, that's not what Taylor would say.
What if this is how you guys find out? I was like, oh, it was Taylor Swift saying like slurs. No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I've seen that sketch.
I thought you were going to say this was like a Hannah Montana situation where we find out that you are Taylor Swift.
Oh my God.
Like you leave and you take off your wig and somehow there's more hair under it.
No, the things I was saying was like, they just wrote jokes where it's like, I hate men and I'm going to write songs about them. And, and like, just,
that's like
just rude
that
stuff.
was like what was it? 2013, 2015, like the easy, like Taylor Swift, like joke.
Yeah, it was it was the one mainstream hated Taylor back then.
We've talked about this before where there's this rotating cast of make it profitable to make fun of everything that women and young girls like.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, Justin Bieber, that's for babies, and you should feel bad about yourself if you like him.
You can generate a little bit of revenue pretending to not enjoy the WNBA. That's like a pretty effective way of pretending to make a joke. It's like, but it's like this is different. The women throw the ball. That's bad.
But it's funny because WNBA is like, it's not even meant to appeal to women. It's women playing a sport.
Women in it.
It's like, whereas like at least like Twilight is like, from a marketing standpoint, they're like, all right, this is our niche that we're like marketing towards. I don't know, man.
I remember Harry Styles in an interview was like talking about his fan base of One Direction, how they were like, how did you feel that your fans was just like 14-year-old girls? And he's like, what's wrong with 14-year-old girls liking something? Like, literally, let them like something.
Is disliking 14-year-old girls.
Yeah,
why are you thinking about what they like so much?
That's so weird.
As if like that fan base isn't real. Maybe it's interesting.
Does any of that Taylor Swift stuff still come up?
It hasn't in a long time. Those videos are so buried, and even in this like resurgence of like, they call it like the Smosh Renaissance. Like we've had a lot of new viewers in the last, like none of that's come back. But old sketches do kind of come back to the surface where they'll be like, whoa, we slept on this one.
Yeah.
But the Taylor Swift ones have kind of just stayed a secret. And they've also found them on Facebook, those fans, and then started going crazy on Twitter and stuff. Yeah.
Multi-platform hater. That's respectable.
Yeah.
Finding something on Facebook is become like doing searching for gold in the sand on a beach.
Yeah, dude, that's Indiana Jones right there.
Yeah.
Is, putting in like a tablet you found into a perfectly shaped circle, twisting it, it opens up, and it's like a Niga clip.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa!
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's a Minion meme that's like that's deep fried, but organically through being shared through generations.
This belongs in a museum.
This was my grandmother's meme.
I need to DM the creator of this. Tell them that they're yikes.
Yeah, it was wild. Luckily, like I wasn't on Twitter super a lot back then, but my producer at the time, she was like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, what's going on?
Oh, that's scary.
That's worse than the thing.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with the events?
Yeah. And it was like 30 tweets. Like it was a lot of them all just kind of coming at me. Like, because when YouTube, it's like you are the person who's creating that video that you're in, right?
Right.
But yeah, luckily it didn't last very long.
How, like, as someone who has, you know, been online for like a big chunk of life at this point, how has your relationship with like social media evolved?
Oh, it's such a like interesting relationship, like an ongoing relationship, because I've seen a lot of different sides of it where like early on when I was at Smosh, I was really diving deep into like my community and having my people. And like if fans were like mean to each other, I would be on Twitter being like, you're not a part of my community if
Right.
you're mean to others. Like I was really, really involved, and you're able to kind of like curate your environment, and then like things get kind of crazy. And then, you know, the stalkers of it all, like, but that was all the stalker stuff I dealt with was like right around the pandemic. So it was like a lot of people who like, now they have time to just like be very online and very unmedicated and like just things going.
You're my hyper focus now.
Yeah.
I just remembered. I'm insane.
Oh my God, I forgot we're actually in a relationship and in love with each other. I'm flying to your house.
Yeah, I have huge
That's like
news. Wuhan created this virus, and also the vaccine kills.
And actually, they did that to bring us closer together.
Yes. Oh yeah. But no, it's like, it's very interesting seeing how followers and discussion about things has changed. I think because Twitter, I've literally coined this the other day, I feel like Twitter is an abandoned water park.
Ooh.
This episode is brought to you by ZocDoc.
It's 2025. The days of only going to the doctor for emergencies are over.
No more waiting until your fingers go numb from texting, I'm fine.
Or you try to walk it off for 6 months and that doesn't work.
Or to turn while doing the podcast, you have to tilt your entire body.
It's time to take our health seriously and get checked out when we need to. ZocDoc makes it easier than ever by helping find the right doctor quickly and easily.
ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and easily compare high-quality in-network doctors. And guess what? You can then just click to instantly book a visit.
With ZocDoc, you can book in-network appointments with more than 100,000 doctors across every specialty, from primary care to urgent care, mental health to dental health, and so much more.
You can also filter based on your specific preferences, whether that's looking for a male doctor or someone that speaks a particular language or has availability that fits within your work schedule or has an opening in the next day or so.
Once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time slot that works for you, and click to instantly book a visit. Appointments made with ZocDoc happen fast, typically between 24 to 72 hours after booking, and you can even book same-day appointments.
Special shout out to the orthodontist that I recently booked through ZocDoc, who, due to my own poor planning and mismanagement, I was late to an appointment, and I reached out directly to them, and they were really, really nice to me.
Aw.
I checked very specifically in the reviews to make sure that they were nice, and they were really nice.
Hey, well, you can stop putting off those doctor's appointments and head on over to ZocDoc.com/sadboys to click and instantly book a top-rated doctor today.
That's zocdoc.com/sadboys, zocdoc.com/sadboys.
That's us.
I feel like Twitter is an abandoned water park.
Ooh.
In that there's all these kids and like all these people who are just kind of left with this place that was once a really really valid, really important part of social media.
Right.
And now it's just kind of like this graveyard.
And half of it's bots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone's upset.
The water's like unchlorinated.
It's
now,
like
and
weird
it's
because it's like
growing
half
green
of it's
stuff.
bots.
Yes.
Like 25% of it is people who have monetized rage bait.
It's so interesting because rage bait is now like, because it used to be like, oh, sex sells, and now it's like, oh, rage sells.
Right. And I mean, it truly does in a dark way. I even saw somewhere in the replies, the new head of product at Twitter was saying in a moment of self-awareness was like, I don't know if the creator payment program has done more good than harm because I think we might have incentivized the wrong things. And it's like, we told you that second one of this thing going live.
Had a revelation.
It monetized just ripping people because people always freebooted on Twitter. Like there was those like TweetDeck groups and stuff where it's like you'd steal and recycle memes and things and AstroTurf like engagement on stuff.
Right.
And then now you can make money for doing that. And so it's just like a race to the bottom of how can you make the most inauthentic content because now I can turn that into cash.
And I think because of that, people are, I think, then now trained to think things are supposed to make them mad. Like all content, like the Jax Films fajitas meme, like that he's just recreating a link meme.
Yeah.
And people made it political.
That's
somehow.
wild.
Like there's these people going on huge breakdowns of like, these are the men we have in society. Are you kidding? It's like, this was so unserious.
I think it's a very easy way to be, and I've talked about it before, it feels real good to be self-righteous. Ooh, it feels good to feel superior. Like a little indulgent. Somebody tries to get you with a fact and they're absolutely wrong. Oh, that little feeling of pride just for a second, morphine rush through the whole body. But when you try to manufacture that in a conversation, it's a little like trying to set yourself up for a joke that you clearly have prepared. It's like, so what do you guys think about trash cans?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, because I actually had a trash can experience.
Like actually, as a professional trash can.
As a professional trash can, I am being paid to have an opinion about this.
I didn't even know people were getting wacky and wild with Jax Films about that.
Well, when it gets to that point on Twitter where I think it had tens of millions of views, like it went crazy viral. Yeah. Just that's how Jax Films has that magic touch.
He does. And we love him for it.
But he's a bad guy. I read based on that post.
Somewhere.
I just recorded a gold video very similar to this concept where this like how did this become political? Well, I think the answer is probably that people, if they can make it political, then they can farm like engagement off of it. And there was we got to the bottom of this little trend that I saw people on The View talk about. Like The View was like, hub sons are trad sons, the new trad wives. And it's like there's a new trend
a riddle?
of Gen Z men living at home. There's a trend of living at home amongst these Gen Z men. And I'm like, yeah, have you seen the job market? Have you seen the economy? And it's just a bunch of like millionaires being completely out of touch.
Are Tide Pods causing kids to not buy diamonds?
And then is it the avocado toast that it's like if you stop buying avocado toast, you could buy a house.
Yeah.
But then it was on like local news stories. They were like, there's this new trend of, and I'm like, there's not. What are you talking about? You like just made this up. And then you get to the bottom of it, and Wall Street Journal wrote about it. This guy he just graduated with his master's, and he was on Jeopardy, and he's in between going to law school. He's like studying for the LSAT, and he's like, yeah, I'm a bit of a stay-at-home son right now.
Oh.
That's
made a joke.
As a guy made a joke who's like, I'm, didn't get a job right out of college. So I'm studying for the LSATs. I'm going to go back to school. Ha ha. Thanks, mom and dad, for letting me be a stay-at-home son. And everyone was like, this is what's wrong with men today.
Yeah.
He had just won $60,000 on Jeopardy, by the way. He's like a really bright guy. And then I saw it on Fox News, and I saw something on Fox News that I'd never seen before where it was like a Fox News host set this story up, and then he threw to a podcast of 4 guys I'd never heard of.
So embarrassing. That's so shameful.
And it's a podcast that's like, we've often made fun of like anti-woke comedian, what they would title their stand-up special. It's like, cancel this.
Yeah.
Censored.
Okay, what would you title, one word title for a podcast about 4 dudes who are just tired of like the woke media?
Is it uncensored?
Dude, it's so close to that. I think it's like reckless or something like that.
Oh my God.
I actually don't even know. It's like something in that universe.
Murder.
And then it's kind of like this podcast, except for instead of shooting the shit with friends and like listening to each other, you like get on your high horse about like what happened to shame, stay-at-home sons, no son of mine's gay, you know, like that type of like, it's just like hitting all of these like NPC dialogue options about like
do you have any like pushback on like, wow, kind of a yikes take?
Yeah, I mean, Reddit stories definitely has that a lot because it's vulnerable to listen to nuanced stories and then have to have an immediate reaction that you share with millions of people.
Oh my God, yeah.
And I think the fans that are the most present are the ones that have the most critiques of you. I think my gripe is like, because on Reddit stories, I feel like we have a really great like moral alignment along the cast, and then like the guests we try to bring on, we always hope we're like pretty much on the same page, and usually they are. Like, but sometimes I might get a little like, people might be upset that I say this, but like when we have like our guests on, our audience is like never happy with it. Like they really prefer no guests sometimes, but it's because they're nitpicking these people for not being perfect. And it's like, someone in my life said this to me the other day, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is so profound, which was like, while audiences are nitpicking not perfectly perfect people who are overall on your side, the real enemies, other people, are making the most money they've ever made.
Oh my God.
Like, I think that energy would be so valuable over there
than someone who 95% of the time has their heart in the right place and is an imperfect person and maybe is like new to like they're coming. You guys have the you've been smoothed over time like a beautiful landscape.
Yes,
you know,
you're an eroded pearl.
Yeah, you're in a but like this person's coming in, they're giving their gut reaction the first time. Like this happens to us whenever we go on someone's podcast. We're like learning the vibe, and we don't want to misstep. But if people are like, well, you guys are my friends and I know you personally, and who's this guy? He's not one of us.
What's he doing here with us?
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know every single thing about the guests that we're having on, but like it's definitely, can be scary sometimes.
It can be. And I think you bring up a good point, which is having a gut reaction is scary. And it's also like why when we do live shows, I don't want to do them live to
like stream it
because I like being in the room with people because there's a different energy. Like a super engaged online person who spends most of their time in online communities may be like woker than your average guy at the gym, your average like person working there like at the sandwich shop, in terms of how caked in discourse they might be and how aware of certain pitfalls, and like it's like the average person isn't policed on their language, like on 90% of the things that they say. So we do become more PR trained by fire.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
and I think we treat a lot of people that aren't involved in that discourse like it's like being online, being super online makes you some kind of public intellectual. Like you, just by virtue of being a very online person.
That's the pressure that kind of gets put on you.
Yes.
You know?
Versus like being in reality, someone that's largely detached from that kind of stuff. The funniest guy you'll ever know is an HVAC technician that is like a friend of your dad's. Like,
right.
That's always the funniest guy.
Literally, we're like, you should make stuff. And then it's like,
no, I'm good. I'm actually happier than you. And like the thing is like people that have no preconception of what they should believe through that erosion, through like, okay, well, I slipped up there, so I'll slightly adjust the way I articulate myself in this way and that. There's value in that, and it is, mitigating harm mostly for actual just, it's hurtful to hear terminology or phrasing that just feels bad, and that's totally reasonable. But the average person outside of that is actually way more pliable than people that are super online. Because, like, you know, the number of people I know who they had a kind of right-leaning parent and then came out as non-binary or told them they were gay, or just like had the first non-white friend. And then that right-leaning dad, I'm thinking literally more than a dozen friends I've had that experience with, who then just went like, oh, okay, I get it, then sure. Like, if they are not online and not steeped in, if they're not a Facebook parent and they have a gay kid, they go like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not homophobic. Because they got the experience. They have a case study.
I often think about
I like my kid.
That is interesting.
I often think about like it's like the benefits of having like a diversity of people from different backgrounds around you, obviously. But like when I had my first like trans coworkers and stuff, and I like made a pronoun mistake, it's like I got to make those mistakes like a decade ago, and then be like, have the feeling of like, well, they know I didn't mean it. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
they used to be multiple people.
No. But it's like I think that there is a like defensiveness sometimes that comes from being corrected or making a mistake. Because it's like, no, you don't understand. I'm a good person. I just made a mistake. Right. Going to like, well, like actually it's justified, and most people are not gonna rake you over the coals for that. But in real life, most people aren't going to rake you over the coals for that. They
didn't say anything.
But a lot of times, you know, that empathy and stuff is completely filtered out on social media. And then you interpret that the same way that you would interpret it, like if your close friend were to say, oh, hey, by the way, and it can kind of hit you. And it's hard to not internalize that and go, I'm a bad person because I made a mistake, because we all make mistakes.
I think when you're talking about live shows, I think it's also, because we're a little bit new to this, but we've started doing our Reddit stories like live, and those people are there. They really want to see you. Like they want to be there. They want to laugh. They want to enjoy what you're doing. And I also have thinking about it now, I think that those people who get to see us live, and we did one where you're not streaming, we're doing another one later this month, where they kind of get to experience, like, we're all hearing this for the first time and we're all encountering it and reacting live together. So they can kind of understand how it's like, wow, we have to like really process this right now.
And you can read the room, which is something that you can't do when it's just like broadcast out without your control. It's like versus a Twitch chat where like you're babysitting the community that you're watching their live reaction.
Right. You feel like that the community, obviously there's going to be a ton of crossover between the different projects, but like if it is the community that primarily goes to like that live show that is hyper specifically there to see you, do you feel like that is a more kind of pliant, flexible, forgiving feels like the wrong word, but like
I feel like it is, because like you've gone to an improv show, you know, like that can be pretty kooky. But I think what I'm seeing now too, and even when I went on like this little Try Not to Laugh tour in 2019 or early 2020, like some people are like catching a comedy show. And I think the Am I the Asshole format is like common enough that I feel like people who don't know us might even get a ticket if they can. We sell out pretty quick. But it's like, I think that's more common. But we also, I think the people who show up for us live and like are able to get those tickets in time, they're there to see us. And it's a really fun format that feels like illegal that's what we get to do for a job.
Well, we've had this experience.
It's so easy. Like, just vibe, you know what I mean?
Like something too fortunate, it should be illegal.
It's like very privileged.
It's like drinking like a diet soda and be like, there's got to be something wrong with this.
This has to be. No, I read something from a doctor that said that well, it was a headline, but a doctor told me that you're gonna die if you drink that Diet Coke.
I met a PhD in Lord of the Rings lore, and they told me that I'm actually dying from Pepsi.
Courtney, I don't know where you're from.
You white?
I'm from California. I know.
That's so sick,
dude.
I was born near LA, like we can't say where, but I'm in a small town, like an hour away from LA. But
what's the address and like the house?
Oh yeah, it's like Maple Grove Street.
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3.
I've been there.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's all numbers.
Oh, you grew up in your childhood home.
My childhood home.
Oh, I saw your childhood home and I was like, you might have grown up there.
Yeah, you can just really smell it. I'm Californian. I think Ian for years kept assuming I was from Utah because I did grow up Mormon until around 2008. And then
Obama.
Yeah, you were like, yeah.
Made it illegal.
Yes, we can.
Literally, that was when Prop 8 was a thing. And like, I just saw a lot of people in my church specifically that I was like, oh, I didn't know you guys were like this.
Right.
Am I supposed to be like this?
Mask off moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is so interesting because I think we were just talking about that just with like identity and stuff. Like you think you're the same, or you're maybe like not listening to certain parts,
Right.
you know, of your identity in your life, and then there's everyone like kind of mask off, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
You have to assume that like there's like a perfect correlation between all of the thoughts. Like, wow, I really like turkey, and I'm not a racist.
Right.
You're like, there's a Thanksgiving loving racist over here. This doesn't make any sense.
I know. And it's like, for people who the youngins listening, Prop 8 was voting against gay marriage, or yes on 8 was
Yes
on
against
8.
gay marriage and to protect marriage or whatever. And I remember people at the same time had been posting on Facebook like, what? Gandalf is supposed to be gay? Oh, FML.
yeah, FML. That was a period accurate statement. They actually
Rage comic.
Do you remember FML, the website?
Yes.
Oh my God. That was a daily check for me.
FML, what about My Life is Average?
My life is MLIA.
Yeah, dude. I talked
Dude.
about this on my show because I cannot believe the screenshots with the posts on those websites are so quirky.
I think my first ever online crushes were girls that would post like 4-panel images of them at the end in Forever Alone.
Yes.
Dude,
Oh my
you
God.
do that little mustache tattoo on the finger.
Forever Alone.
MySpace profile pic style thing.
Yeah.
Jordan, hello.
Too good.
Hello, ma'am.
That is just such a blast of the like baby blue homepage with the letters FML.
Would you like to listen to Bring Me the
Wow.
Horizon together?
Oh yes.
The Used, anyone?
Ooh,
No, come back.
Perhaps some romance of the chemical variety. It's mine.
Get me through the door.
I was looking at some old photos on Facebook from like a Facebook group that I was in of the first online community that I was a part of, which is Pokemon community. Big surprise.
Hell yeah.
And there is a photo from 2008 in there, and it's a Pokeball that's been turned into the Obama logo, and it says "Trainers for Obama," and it's a shirt that I wore.
Oh,
I,
You had that?
I was 16. Okay,
You need to get it again.
I gotta get it again. That now would go hard.
That would go so hard.
It's one of those things, though. It was again an era. It was a bad era for screen printing. Because every T-shirt from that like looks like it's like a plastic sticker,
Yeah.
you know, on top of the shirt.
Redbubble core.
Yeah, it's
you
just
take
so
it
bad.
out of the dryer and it's like stuck to
Yes,
itself.
yes.
It's the size of your wrist.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah. Yeah. So that was your first community.
Yeah, it's the Trainers for Obama. That was my
That's
first online
awesome.
community.
How about you? What was your first spot?
Oh yeah.
I was always a wallflower, I feel like, of fandoms and communities where like I never participated, but I was very interested.
Lurker.
Like, I was not a One Direction fan, but when I got on Tumblr and I learned what Larry Stylinson was, that was people who shipped Harry and Louis
I was gonna
really
say,
hard.
I was gonna say it sounds like a ship community
Yeah.
thing.
It all started, I saw one GIF of Niall Horan. And yes, it's GIF. And yes, it was Niall Horan.
It's graphics interface format.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Well,
Actually, I say Niall Horan.
Niall Horan.
Niall Horan. Quite.
And the creator said it was GIF. Just gonna let you know.
He's a moron.
Yeah, you did. Well, he's not a linguist, is he?
Waiting
He's
until
a
he's
freaking
dead.
tech guy.
Tick.
But yeah, and like, so I would watch hours of like edits of them, never listened to their music.
Oh, that's
Like for a
interesting.
while. And then eventually I did. But yeah, Tumblr was kind of my place. I didn't really have I didn't talk to anybody. I was just kind of, I think that's kind of my dynamic in my family. I'm just there and I'm not really talking to anybody.
You're
You're
a
like-
house wallflower too?
I'm a stay-at-home daughter.
How many?
There we go.
Yeah, but I moved out.
I'm number 5 of 7 kids.
Wow.
Mormon.
I was gonna because they just need more. They need more
Ascending or
men.
descending?
I'm third youngest, so
That's a
5,
really
6,
weird spot.
Yeah.
Do you get middle child elements or
I
the
played
ages
every
proper?
role, I feel like, because then the
Cool.
divorce happened, and then I
This
was
is you're
in charge
practicing for sketch
sometimes.
comedy. It's
Yeah.
Look, honestly, guys, I'm a generous player. I'll do
Yeah.
whatever you need. I'll be Taylor Swift.
What's the
I'm a bit
game?
of a switch.
Wow.
No,
Okay.
no.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, that was so. Yeah, I was the youngest, and then I was just needed to be out of the way, or I was the middle child that I got left places. Oh yeah, I've been left so many places.
You're the
Oh my
Kevin
gosh.
McAllister type.
Oh my god, yeah.
How do you feel about being left alone today? Like, do you go? Are you more of a lone wolf? in your life?
Sigma.
Or do you like to have a buddy?
I don't really get FOMO.
Strong, powerful ability.
I think it's like very rare where I'm like, oh, but not in a deep level. I feel like I am at my happiest when I'm at a table of people who are all busy talking to each other, and I am quiet and just taking it all in. Because like I can be recharged. I get recharged from running errands and just those basic transactional conversations with people.
Right.
And then like, oh, got my nails done and the tech was so nice. And and I feel recharged. But also I love being home alone.
Which I
do love being. You love being home alone too, Kevin McAllister.
Because you get to meet Trump.
Oh God. I keep forgetting he's in that movie.
It's a very funny scene because nothing happens.
Nothing
happens. He bumps into Trump and Trump's like, "Man, look at my house."
Big ass cameo there.
Goodbye.
But what were you saying?
The hardest part about being an adult is I'm allowed to like be home alone in my sanctuary doing the things that I like, and I need to be reminded to like leave and interact with people.
Yeah, I do think, because I think the pandemic showed a lot of people like, oh, I actually kind of like this.
Right.
A little bit being alone. But I do think humans need connection.
Agreed.
Like, and I also think your life partner is not enough. You can't expect to get every element of human connection from one person.
Well, that's too much to ask of them.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
And you're going to meet people who are going to try and be that for you. And it's like, that's not healthy for either of you. Like it's, you can't, because then you're just isolating, you know?
Well, because like then you're like two people that's actually just one person. That's a lot, you know?
And you're
like,
a vacuum and you don't learn new things. Yeah. So like, I think just getting older, I know that a lot more things you have to be intentional of like,
true.
You can't just fall into a routine all the time, because sometimes even if the routine feels good, you're going to realize like a month into, you're like, oh no.
In the time I was out of the country for, people sick of hearing about this, but I was out of the country of a good chunk of COVID, pretty much, because I was back in the UK for visa regain.
Right, I've heard your side of this story.
Yeah,
locks it in, you know. So I was
my
gone.
side. We kicked him out. It was on purpose.
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
continue.
It's crazy. I thought I had.
Nah,
it's insane. What the hell?
Something insane.
I'm such a goofball because I think I hear this a lot. I feel like you say that like very. While I was gone, I think I have always considered myself I really like being alone, like having my little alone hobbies and then recharging through that and then expanding some in a hangout, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was so locked in on being alone, but then like through family health related stuff, I was like, had to be very, very on, and I was never getting time alone. So I was helping, I was doing so and so. And during that time, I started to romanticize the being alone period that had just happened before, despite that was miserable. You know, there was nothing special about that. But I had romanticized it because what I was remembering was sitting on a couch chilling out. I was not remembering the 10th hour of sitting on the couch hanging out and it like starting to feel a little draining.
Your butt's starting to feel like a pancake.
I was
like when you drink too much soda
for myself.
You're right.
And the only thing the thing I notice now, the thing that was better at that time is a complete lack of memories. No checkpoints. And now, you know, we went to a thing last night. I didn't quite have the juices flowing. Wasn't sure I'd be up for it, but I just went, well, if I'm not up to it, then I go home after. It's not like this mythology of spending the time alone being that'll always work is not true.
That's so real.
It like doesn't, it's like harder to, like when because I wasn't having the best day yesterday and I like texted you and Eddie about it. And we were going to this thing, and I was
the screening.
Yeah,
I was supposed to go too. I was overwhelmed, so I couldn't go.
Valid. Yeah. And by the way, never like.
Oh, cry about it.
That is like
violin.
I am still like
just being really nice. Oh, like, pussy.
Sorry, Jarvis.
No, it's a coin flip for me a lot of times, and I was like, you know what? I need the reset of filling my brain with stimulus that's not the stuff that's around me.
Yeah.
Because oh, sorry. So you mean not me?
Oh, brother, this guy.
Yeah, literally. It's not obvious because humans are so bad at one of the biggest things that we do is that we assume that the way things are now will be this way forever. Like the way that we feel. And
because we have to be now to some, you know, if you're hungry, you got to eat.
And so that's the thing. It's like so many times it's like you'll feel like you're hungry, but actually you're thirsty. And like you're like nothing is like your body sometimes isn't, and your brain is not always honest truth teller to you.
Yeah.
And I knew in my logical brain that I was like, it sucks, but I have to like leave because I'll probably feel better. Yeah. Even though I want to sit here and I want to do my little things and I want to watch my little things. And I was like watching football and I'm like, but football's on. And I'm winning.
I'm winning.
That's my friend.
And I also did like socially kind of tap out at a certain point where I was like, I need this movie to start, guys. I need this doc to start. I need to sit down because I can't do the socializing anymore just because I was already like running on empty.
Right.
But it was still like those experiences I almost never regret. And I'm glad that I got it's like, you know, that meme where people are like, you have free will.
Yeah.
You know, like that is kind of how I feel sometimes. And I'm like, you have agency. Like you actually like reminding yourself that you can, you know, you can put a bag of Doritos on your head and go, look at me.
Yeah. I love her. She's crazy.
Yeah. And it's like, you just have the ability to like change it up, even though sometimes it feels like you're a victim of your surroundings and circumstance.
Yes, like I was gonna say, it's like when you show up to an event, you need to be doing what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had this helpful. I teeter into good sides of TikTok sometimes where it's like just nice mental health advice. And this one, there's two things, but one of them was this era of like we just want to be alone and be home, and that's what feels good right now. Like we need to bring back showing up for people and showing up to things, even though we don't necessarily want to go, but it's for that person.
I think we have to bring back honor. like
integrity,
your word, like meaning something, even unconditionally, for like not for like practical reasons, but like if you start from no, I stick to my promises, then like probably it will benefit you to some respect.
Truly. And then the second thing was like our brains are wired to make us survive.
Yeah.
Not make us happy.
Yeah.
It doesn't give a fuck about being happy. It just cares about being alive.
Right.
And so you have to do those things, the intentional things.
And sometimes path of least resistance, like, is I'm just going to bed rot all day. And it's like, okay to do that. Like, but you have to challenge yourself because you think you know how something will make you feel until you do it. And then you might feel completely different, or you might even lose sight of the fact that you were worried about the stuff that you were worried about before.
Yeah,
right.
Your first instinct is almost never correct.
Yeah.
Because it's your first instinct.
It's safe and comfortable. Like,
yeah, it's a first draft of a thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't post our Twitter drafts.
Yeah.
No.
You got to see my drafts.
Yeah,
you ever chat to somebody like that who's just like, you know, my Twitter drafts, sometimes I think I should do comedy.
No, I think I've weeded those folks out of my life. But if
There's
I ever
a few
get you
that
guys
I
on URL,
follow.
I'm going to make you guys show me your Twitter drafts if you come on URL.
I wish I've become, I've like stopped becoming a poster. I don't know what it is.
I tweet maybe
but I
once
just
every
don't
2 months.
I don't tweet. I don't post on Instagram. I like do my content and then I go home. And
That's
by
interesting.
I'm already
I noticed
home.
that. You like are not, you haven't posted on Instagram in a long time. But you don't
want
need
to.
it. You want to?
I kind of do because I think a lot of it is anxiety.
Yeah.
Like I think that it's I'm afraid of exposing myself to these other places of judgment. And I'm like, well, what if it doesn't do well? What if nobody likes a picture of me? You know, and I'm like, I obviously like shouldn't listen to that, but the path of least resistance is like you're always fighting like mini battles at once. One battle after another, actually.
Yeah, which in the case of the movie means there's just one battle and then nothing else happens.
No, there's multiple battles.
Many battles.
Many battles.
Okay, but there's like a big break between.
It's like the things that, like, speaking of those battles though, I just want to speak to the value of challenging yourself, because showing up for your friends, having honor, like, as you put it,
As a master
I
Bushido.
want to say it was last year or maybe even longer ago, we were talking about how I felt like I bailed so much on stuff because it was like I don't feel good, whatever. And so I've made like some sort of resolution to just not bail and do and just try.
Okay, yes, man.
No, but you know what I mean? But not for everything. But it's like,
look at Jim Carrey.
Exactly.
You're a lot like Jim Carrey. Now.
Wow. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Clip that.
That's good. Who am I? what does he say? I'm the mask.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, there we go.
Somebody, I'm the mask.
yeah.
My wife. Right?
But
we don't see movies.
No.
trying. So it'll be like things like last night where I went and then I had a good time. Not every aspect of it was the most fun thing simply because I was already running on, a little empty. But when I left, it's like there's a different dopamine boost of, hey, you did the thing.
Yeah.
You did the thing that's hard for you.
Yeah, that's
And that was your and you're trying to do that.
It might not have been a great workout, but you went to the gym kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And I need to go to that's another thing I'm working on. But anyway, one battle after another.
One battle, maybe battle. Gym is one of those things. Like I have a lot of anxiety and like frustration sometimes that I just need to, working out is my best way of getting that out of my system. And I notice that if I haven't gone in a while, like my anxiety, and I'm like way more neurotic. So I try to go. There was a year and a half where I was so unmotivated and unable to go. And like, meanwhile, my man's goes every day. And it's like, but his brain doesn't register it as an accomplishment anymore because he's been doing it since he was 16.
Right.
And like, he doesn't see it as an accomplishment. Meanwhile, I managed to get up and go with him. Like, that's a huge accomplishment for me that day.
Yeah.
And I've gotten in a better place, and like, therapy is great that I'm like, my motivation is better and I'm going more often. But it is a thing that I'm constantly like, oh, it's important that I go. I really need to go.
And I think it's like you're allowed to. It speaks to just people being different.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody coming at things from a different place. Everyone having different challenges, different goals, different
standards
quests,
for
and different standards.
Yeah.
And different ways that they talk to each other, different ways that they talk to themselves, celebrate themselves.
Yeah.
You should absolutely like pat yourself on the back when you do the thing that's hard for you.
Yeah.
Just like, someone else should pat themselves on the back when they do even if you do the thing that's easy for you, if you didn't feel like doing it, if it was a challenge, you're growing. It's why comparison is really dangerous, because people are coming from such different places, and we know that intellectually, but then you see someone who's shaped just like you, they have like 2 eyeballs and like a nose and stuff, and then they seem to be doing something that you find difficult, and then you may think less of it's like easy to think less of yourself.
I failed today, but I was I'm trying to be turning up early to everything. I fucked that up today. But it is like something I'm trying to be conscious of, because it's just a long-term slip up. And then sometimes running so late, feeling so bad, it's like, oh, I just won't fucking do it. That's, the source of a lot of dipping out of stuff for me. I turned up way too early to the bar. It was like they have like 30 minutes early before any of us were going to turn up. It's completely dead. And this guy comes up to me, very nice dude. He's traveling through LA. His name was Luis. Hello. He's not listening to the show. I told him I did not mention. I said I was a manager.
Nice.
To avoid the
I say marketing.
But it was like a good kid. He's 24 and he's traveling through because he just finished basic training for the Navy and was about to go on his first mermaid hunting trip or whatever they do.
That's huge.
And I it's like, I don't know anything about the military. I'm not especially interested.
No, I just say because my youngest brother is doing that.
Yeah. It's just like, it's a, whatever your broader thoughts on it, to this kid, this was like a significant thing that he's been trying at and is excited about. And I'm not there to, again, give like prescriptive, unsolicited advice.
Unless you were, if you were on Twitter, you'd say...
The first thing I'd probably do is post some statistics I made up.
You'd post some statistics, you'd dox him, you'd say...
I'd send my own Substack.
Don't fucking do that.
Don't fucking
That's
do
me.
it.
Don't fucking do that, dog.
Is that how you hear me?
Don't fucking
Don't
do
fucking
that.
do that, dog.
Jarvis.
Hey, Jarvis.
I'm cool.
Hey.
Whoa. I like me.
So anyway, you told him to forget his dreams.
I said, forget about your dreams.
There you go.
But we were hanging for a little bit, kind of casual combo. I'm pretending I was still into football, like soccer football, because he asked who I supported. And then he's like, this current league. I'm like, this league? What is going on? I'm trying to massage his comfortable.
This fucking league.
Stop kicking the ball.
There it
They
is.
keep kicking the ball all the
So
time.
I mean, just like that kind of combo. And then he asked how old I was, pointed out there was a little gray in my hair. I'm like, all right, slow down.
Whoa.
And I said,
I don't know you like that, little bro.
and I just said, like, I'm 31. He went, whoa. He hit me with the Kevin Hart. He said, damn.
Yeah.
But like, we were having that combo, and then near the end, he just went like, So do you have like any advice? And he just said that. There was no like.
He's like, all things aside, Unc.
Oh my God.
Do you have any advice for like someone who's young and spry?
Yeah, since you're on your deathbed, do you have any? I took a second. I was like, just as a heads up, no, not like valid advice that is applicable to your life, because I don't know you very well and I can't know anyone that well to say what they should do. But I just said like, because this is the only advice I've ever gotten that I think is 100% applicable to everyone, which is to do everything you can to not indulge in imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome, yeah.
Because it is an indulgence. Imposter syndrome is the privilege of people in good positions.
Interesting.
To have imposter syndrome, you have to have acquired the thing already. And it's everyone gets it and it dips in, but it is unsustainable. It is the thing that's getting in the way of choosing to be happy. It's the only thing you can do to choose to be happy. It is that. Because no one else can validate it for you. It's a completely internal thing.
Yeah.
And I think it sometimes can be a little disrespectful to people that are struggling.
Imposter syndrome?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's a little like,
it's like
I didn't grow up rich, but like my dad's a millionaire. I'm like,
Yes,
Like we were like upper middle class. We owned a small fiefdom.
And he cracked me up yesterday. He specifically said, people that say that they're working class but had a kitchen island.
Oh my God. No, that's so real. I was thinking about that the other day of like, because I do struggle with imposter syndrome. I think it is a symptom that a lot of people who came up in privileged or got a privileged position, however they did, like that's gonna happen. So yeah, because I think Ilana Mar was like saying she's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. She's like, because she's worked her ass off and she can see the substantial like fruits of her labor in front of her. And that was really amazing. But yeah, like I think I also feel a constant imposter syndrome because I was raised in a Mormon family. There are beliefs amongst my family that I was raised to subconsciously have in my brain. So like I'm constantly insecure about like I don't know what I don't know sometimes. And so like the 2020, it's not like I was like flipped a page completely over, like was already over there, but like it was a big moment for me to like really dig deeper and like start really weeding out and like cleaning the grout of my situation.
Like what's in here?
Yeah. But I still have moments where like I'm insecure and have imposter syndrome of like, oh, I've never done enough work, or I really don't know. I just don't like, you know what I mean?
The instinct is
absolutely.
I think the instinct is inescapable. Like absolutely.
I also still deal with a lot of imposter syndrome. It's like, it's one of those things that I feel like never truly goes away, but you develop strategies. It's like there's some stuff that you can retrain, you know, like cognitive behavioral therapy is all about like retraining your neural pathways and your response to stimulus and stuff. But like it is just about catching yourself sooner and sooner when you're falling into those like pitfalls of like, let's say imposter syndrome. I know what you mean about the like indulgence, because a lot of it is like if it goes to a place of like feeling like a sad sack or whatever, then like kind of dwelling in that is like very indulgent.
And it's not a moral failing, obviously, because it doesn't feel good. But it's more like you also run the risk of dehumanizing yourself to some degree, because you're placing everyone else around you on this like impossible pedestal that, well, they don't feel it because they're real people.
Right.
Yeah.
I am the liar.
I'm learning a lot about derealization right now, because I think that's like, and I'm actually still learning that, and that I've seen TikToks about it and haven't actually looked up the word. Or maybe I did, but I don't remember.
Where are you going to look it up?
I've heard about it. What, can you Google this?
It's just like feeling detached from reality, like feeling like not actually connected to that moment. Like a lot of my childhood, I think, because I was in, derealization is a dissociative experience characterized by a persistent feeling of detachment from one's surroundings, making the world seem unreal, dreamlike, or distant.
It feels like the opposite of being present. But I do think that this is like, can also be not, it can be involuntary for some people.
This can be also
think,
medically.
When I like growing up with as many siblings, like I was always in the way, or like other people were experiencing things. So I think
really close ages. So like a lot of them at home at the same time.
Yeah, I'm 30 now. I think my mom had like 5 kids.
We were at a birthday party and someone saw my ID and they were like, they also hit me with a damn. And I was like, relax, dude.
But growing up with so many siblings, like, yeah, that was kind of like, I felt I had to be out of the way at a certain point, because there's a 5-year gap between my older sister, but then there's 3 years there. But we were all pretty.
As you get older, together. It's like it even shrinks, right? The difference in ages, because you're more or less the same at that point.
Exactly. My mom had almost 5 kids, maybe 5 kids by the time she was my age, which is wild to think.
Any other kind of performers in the family?
Performers? Yeah. We were all like funny as hell growing up, but like I have a sister who does comedy, and has like, her and I were super into film and like making movies when we were younger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really fun. Like having somebody.
Yeah.
The one age up, one age down.
One
like that
age
close.
up. Okay. And then my brothers, they were in their own world. Like I think, but when you're talking about imposter syndrome and like kind of sinking into it and like kind of using it as a crutch, like I feel like imposter syndrome is like that friend where you're like, well, but they keep me in check. Like, yeah, they may be beating me down emotionally, but they actually keep me real, and like that I'm not getting too thick-headed, you know?
Like a school friend or a coworker where you have to be around them, so you have to kind of like re-engineer it. Be like, no, they're not mean. They're precise.
Yeah,
they're direct.
Keeping it real.
It is interesting.
God they got fired.
Because it's a hard line between like I don't want to be conceited. I don't want to go full Kanye. I want to like have something like where I'm like in check, right?
Yeah.
But you can check yourself too much. You can check yourself too much, so much that you wreck yourself.
Yeah, that is a risk.
True.
And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Oh, sorry, just a little reference to your other identity.
As a white woman.
I'm not a Swiftie. I was a Swifter.
Whoa. I'm a Swiffer. Quicker picker upper.
I'm John Wick.
You've established that. I had imposter syndrome in the tech industry when I was first like going to school for all that stuff. Then I like had an experience that made me, and I did exactly the thing that you're talking about, where it's like, well, I'm stupid and dumb and an idiot. So I don't belong here. I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. And then it wasn't until I like had an experience with people who I validated that they were real people. I was like, okay, so these people are all real and valid and they exist. And then they actually, I'm helping them with something. So I must actually not be the bottom of the barrel, horrible, like less than a person thing in this domain. Right. And then eventually I was able to like build up that confidence in that domain. But then when I like started doing YouTube, it was like starting from, not from scratch, but like still starting over again. Cause
it's a new playing field.
It's a new playing field. I feel like I'm older than all of my peers who are starting this, or they've all had a head start.
Yeah.
And I'm still doing the like, is it too late to start YouTube in X year? You know, like every year there's one of those videos. That kind of stuff still creeps in, and because it's like a new journey that I'm on.
It's like, it's interesting. The thing that helps me with my therapist, and I realized about my husband, is like when someone in your life is congratulating you on something or saying you did something a great job, and then the imposter syndrome kicks in, you're calling that person stupid.
They are stupid.
This is like,
I'm John Wick and everyone's stupid.
Everyone's stupid. This is one of my biggest advice that I would give to people is like, don't deny compliments.
Yeah, I'm really bad at taking them. I like, you know.
Your fit is great today, and I think you've been great on the podcast.
Thank you.
Oh, practice makes perfect. You're doing so good.
And now you say one.
Good, boys.
Okay.
Oh.
No, it's good.
No, that was.
No, I really. Here's a real one. I want to unlock the DLC that is having a mustache like you guys.
Yeah.
It has to look really bad for a long time.
I went to the. Why did I do this? I went to the oldest. I was curious how many years it had been since our first video on the Sad Boys channel, because we had made like 3 video episodes when the podcast was audio only. Most of the I sorted by new comments on the first one, and it's just people being freaked out that you don't have a mustache.
Yeah, that is bothersome to be sure. I have meeting my partner after having the mustache has kind of locked me into like I'm now committed to it. But they have verbally just been like partly joking, just been like, don't ever trim it. No, don't fucking trim it. I was like, maybe like for, the Patreon or something, if we hit like a certain goal, like, no.
Oh my God, grow the beard. Just do the beard. To change it out. Just go all in. Just beard. Amish. I like that yours has a butt crack and yours doesn't.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Right.
Good, I like it.
Don't laugh at me. I'm an imposter. I'm such a stupid asshole.
So the point about when someone compliments you,
yeah.
Like someone is giving you a gift and it's letting your own insecurities deny that person giving you the gift. Makes them feel like, because you when you're in your head, you're not thinking about how bad it must feel for someone to go out on a limb and say, hey, thanks for helping me out with that thing. I didn't do anything.
I'm not.
Right.
Oh, okay. Hey, you look nice. Actually, I look stupid.
Yeah.
I like your shirt. Well, it's dirty. You know what I mean? Like,
it's so dirty.
And we all know people like that. And I've been that person. And
even growing up, like, you might have had people in your life that was transactional gifts.
Yes, yeah.
Whether it was a compliment or thing. So maybe they're not always around, and not everybody is that.
There's way fewer like conceited people than you think there are.
Everyone's way too conceited, but in a way that's like they're so worried about themselves that they're complimenting you and they're not caring. They probably didn't even hear what you said back.
Right.
They're just like nervous to just compliment you.
I have that with like fan interactions where I'm like, we'll get real a little bit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dim the lights.
I'm actually Taylor Swift. It's been a long time. I think it's finally underneath. We are all white, and that's all right. At many times, yesterday I was feeling down in my feelings about my own career and about, not feeling like I'm living up to my potential. Negative self-talk,
Abstract,
abstract negative self-talk. And when I'm in that type of mood, if I like meet a fan and they're like so stoked, there are times when I want to just be like, no, I suck. You don't get it. But like it is healthier to say, get that out of here. Because this person is clearly like super stoked and they have found lots of value in what you have brought to their life. And that's a special thing.
And you will sap it a little bit.
And like they're shaking and they're nervous and they're not thinking about what you say, right? And so it's like the nicest thing I could do for this person is just give them a positive experience regardless of how I'm feeling about myself. And then that, it's like paying it forward, And even the imposter syndrome thing, like the fact that someone could be like, oh my God, I love your videos. I'm like, well, I haven't posted on my main channel in 2 years. And I think about it a lot.
I'm like, oh, I don't like your videos. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you go away, actually? Yeah.
No, because I think that we forget that just because you haven't uploaded in whatever time on whatever channel, those videos still exist.
Yeah.
Whether it's online but in people's psyche, you know? And like, because I have days where I'm feeling like ass and then I will have a fan interaction and then I kind of, maybe I try and take and go, yeah, Courtney, I kind of rub my nose in it in a positive way where I'm like, see, hey,
look at this.
Look.
I've never once had a fan interaction which didn't begin with me thinking I was in the way. I go like, oh, sorry, are you?
Oh.
I'm like long and gangly. I'm like, oh, was I leaning on it? And they're like, are you Jordan Adika? I go like, oh, am I being served?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's funny.
You
You should say that to every single fan now.
Am I being served?
I like your videos. Served? No, I'm being served.
No, I'm being served. No, where's the legal papers?
Do you have a complimentary household or like an open? Because I'm always curious about that on the impact of like giving and receiving it.
I don't know. I think our family was hugs and kisses and scratching backs, like physical affection, but not very complimenty. I think with that many siblings, I think there was unfortunately a lot of competition and superiority issues.
If you say one thing to one of them, it's going to cascade down into
or like there was a like tattletaling was like how you survived because then for a moment you're not the one in trouble.
That's like corporate politics.
It was very unfortunately like, and obviously we've all grown and parents have evolved and stuff, but like that was a really chaotic upbringing of like, to survive is you want to put the spotlight on somebody else. Because I think, unfortunately, with how many siblings and how chaotic of a household, it was more so living from one stressful moment to the next rather than one positive memory to the next.
Right.
The positive memories I have is when we would watch a movie and it was like a funny movie, you know?
And now you can provide that for other people. You know, like the good vibes that, you know, you got watching a movie. I'm sure there's lots of people who are like, hey, my life is chaotic, but when I sit down and watch, you know, when I listen to your podcast or watch you know, Reddit stories or try not to laugh or whatever, it's like everything else stops and I get to hang out with my best friends.
Yeah.
The tinnitus kind of goes away. It's
Truly. No, thinking about it now, it's like, oh, so much of my childhood was trying to not be in trouble and not being seen, but it's like the time that all of our eyes were on the screen and not looking at each other was when things calmed down. And then like we were talking about before we were recording how like I'm really used to ensemble work and how hosting URL is hard for me because eyes are on me. But when I'm try not to laugh with everybody, it's like it's a group of us. Yes, there's people out behind the cameras watching us, but it's like we are all focused on a thing and I feel less imposter syndrome. I feel like I have more permission to be silly, but it's scary by myself.
It is interesting that psychoanalyzing, misprescribing, pretending to have some kind of insight, doesn't have one actually, really looking in, just has a podcast, is an idiot, an imposter, but why do I live in America?
Real.
But I guess it doesn't seem like a coincidence that you went from a household ensemble to professional ensemble for the most part, right?
Yeah, my newer therapist, it was like, hey, it's actually really crazy how your job kind of feeds into what you grew up dealing with because of the environment of being perceived and like all these things and being judged and all like. I was very like, oh, oops, I like, but it's my job and I'm not leaving and I love it.
I was chatting with your therapist about it.
You were talking to him?
They are mean. What the fuck?
Yeah, he can be a real bitch.
He's a real gossip.
Have you ever, and this is something that I was going to say, like, so I have an improv background and have no issue performing on stage when I'm not the only person on stage. But the thought of being alone on stage is horrifying.
Filling the space.
Yeah.
That's terrifying to me. And it almost feels like I need to do it to like overcome something.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not making any plans to do that. But I think that that's like a quest, you know, somewhere deep in the in the quest log that I'm like, eventually I'll get it. I'll slay that dragon.
Yeah, that would be.
I was like, I was wondering if you had any experience with performing alone, because I don't.
Maybe a little, but not enough. Like not enough that I can like really. I think when I'm doing sketches and stuff, even if it's just me in a scene, there's like 5 people off camera, so I never really feel alone.
Right.
We did have a short period of time where they sent us camera and sound equipment to our apartments, our homes during the pandemic to like make content and lace it together, make it look like we were in the same room. And I literally, there was this one character, it was like an e-boy character named Damn Dameron. I made him. And
it's Damn Daniel and Poe Dameron had a baby.
Literally. And he was a little e-boy. And I remember I just cut to me having I'm totally sobbing, crying in an e-boy wig and a red hat with the little cross earring and a t-shirt, just crying, being like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
That's like an avant-garde art piece.
I was a real e-boy.
Yeah, there's like 5,000 French movies from 50 years ago. Them holding a crucifix with beads and like
that was you. But then you picked yourself up by your bootstraps and you filmed that Imagine video.
With my fireplace in the background.
You and all of your friends.
You like
what
that?
happened? What were they? It's still crazy that they did that.
It is so crazy.
They're like,
isn't it?
people are not feeling great.
At least sing better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That
was your issue.
Wow. Yeah.
Chris Pratt whiffed.
At least like take some liberties and like riff a little.
Yeah,
this is a really good idea, but you did not deliver on it the way I wanted.
No, because I think we cut it because it was too boring, or maybe we left it in. Me and Nicole Raffi watched the Imagine video again.
Oh,
and went back, and it's like worse than I remember. Whoever edited did not think about the rhythm or anything.
There's like big delays between them.
It feels like when they cut from local news to like someone who's live on the scene.
No heaven.
Hi.
Imagine. Thanks, John. Imagine there's no song.
No copyright strike.
Yeah, please. That's why they're mixing it up so that they can't strike it.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's funny. So I keep holding my microphone like a phone for a little bit. Sorry.
No, I
cool.
do that. I do that too. I also like to put it away from my mouth for some reason, just to like for vibes. I don't know.
It's part of the martial art of it, you know.
Yeah. Thank you. John Wick, you again.
We have ADHD written here. Are you an ADHD person?
So I've had a couple therapists like assertively suggest it to me, but I'm not officially diagnosed. I'm not medicated, but I definitely like monitor it a lot.
Right.
I feel like I do. I just don't like to say I have it because it's dangerous to not.
I think that's respectful. Like,
but I do think I have it.
Right. And it's also like such a weird, like getting diagnosed too is like annoying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I also don't know if I want to medicate it.
Sure.
I like sometimes there are weeks where I'm like, I need to be fixed now. But then there's times where I'm like, I think I can regulate. I think I can handle this.
Well, we are both like late stage learners about ADHD. I wasn't diagnosed till I was like 25. And so it's like I had like figured out a way to like live my life successfully. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think for me, it was more about recontextualizing a lot of the past. And like
forgiving yourself.
Yeah, that's what that was. Because a lot of the stuff where I thought I was a dumb Daniel, I thought I was a damn Daniel. How'd you get so dumb?
I thought I was a terrible
forgiving yourself.
Yeah, I thought I was. I thought I was a bad student who was like good at tests and like could luck out at being like.
You're the imposter.
I could like alt and like be smart for like an hour. Mm-hmm. And then I would go back to being a dumb idiot who should like get kicked in the butt. I mean, doesn't even have who's only just recently gotten rid of the butt crack in his mustache.
We don't need to dwell on that because
I think I have noticed your mustache crack before.
This is crazy the way you're being.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
Is it good?
I love it.
Thank you.
Sorry. And then here's the thing. It's probably not a butt crack. It's more like you got so upset your face changed.
No, tell me it's a butt crack.
It's like a part in your hair.
Yeah. It's like a part in your hair.
It's like a part in our hair.
Yeah.
It's like a part in our hair.
The way we part our hair.
Yeah, I was like,
don't look great.
It looks good. I like it.
Oh my God. How do they keep moving the part where their hair grows from?
Yeah.
You just dox, baby, no money.
No, we talk.
Oh my God. You just said he had gray hair.
He naturally has the Doctor Strange stripe.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's natural.
This is mean.
This is real. This is me.
This is I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Yes.
Courtney, thank you so much for coming by.
This has been so fun.
Again.
I will come back again.
Yeah, you got to come back. It's the rules.
You promised.
I promised.
Dipper said, look how sad he is.
I know. It's because you couldn't give him attention. He was loving you, and now you have to be on a podcast.
I know. He was mean mugging for some of that. I hope to see it when I want to see the cut.
He was so, and we have a photo of, he was so joyful when we started the podcast. And then the second you said that you were leaving, he started going emo mode.
Well, he was drunk. And
he's drunk.
he has another drink.
Yeah.
I love his big insulting side.
Before we wrap up, is there anything that obviously there's URL.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to promote?
Yeah, check out URL. It's on the Smosh-alike channel. It's one of our newer like Smosh channels that used to be Anthony's. A lot of fun stuff on there, including my show that you guys have to come be on.
Oh yeah,
we are busy. Yeah.
Yes, please. And then please. I don't care how busy you are.
Jordan's busy. He's also John Wick. Yeah.
Well, I don't even want to get into that again.
Okay.
I'm gonna shave.
I turn up and it's noticeably.
I'm gonna shave like a deep butt crack into mine, and I'm gonna go notice it.
You like shaved a little more.
Yeah. It's like I have the mic here.
Like you can't have
Interesting thought.
Yeah, I'm on Smosh. Jarvis, you've been on Smosh a ton.
I've been on Smosh.
We got lots of videos with Jarvis, and we've done some silly things together. More to come.
More to come. Look at that. We end every episode of Sad Boys with a particular phrase. We love you.
And we're sorry.
Boom. We did it.
Podcast.
Gucci girl, how you doing? How you moving, girl? Moving, girl. How's your day looking? That future girl, yeah, we on now. Take my money, go away, all you want it.
Girl, too rich for me.